What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to each and every single one of you for helping to support the channel and to keep the content rolling. With that being said, if you like what you see and you enjoy the content, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe, smash that like button, comment in the comments section below, and hit the bell to receive notifications. I do have an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001 where I've been selling loose sports cards and various other items from time to time. Click the link in the description box below. It'll take you right to my eBay store. So without further ado, here's Studio Series Optimus Prime. I wanted to review this guy today. That's not happening. I've already done the upgrades and all the stuff. I practiced how to transform him a few times, but it's not going to happen today because something happened that really got under my skin. Our good old post office strikes again. So as you know, I do sell sports cards from the obvious intro. If any of you are customers of mine, I'm sure you've received your cards in pretty fine order. But there's always an instance where one big fat lumbering slob who has peanut butter and jelly lodged in their skin flaps, who works for the post office, who can barely fit inside the little truck, or is probably working in the back room and can't fit through the goddamn door. So they probably had to make special arrangements for the fat lumbering prick. See, what pisses me off about the post office, there is a level of laziness with them. All right, I've watched how they work in the post office. They're always trying to nickel and dime their customers. I saw this happen up in Ballantyne, as a matter of fact, where the post office were trying to nickel and dime like a 70 or 80-year-old for a box that was about this big. And they were trying to charge her like $10 or $12. I could have shipped that thing for like $7 if I would have used my methods. So I sold a Mike Trout Topps Chrome card to one of my customers way back in May of this year, May 23rd to be specific. The actual date is on here. Now, I'm not going to dox my customer. I've covered up their name with a fragile label, but you clearly you see it says postage due. Any of you that have dealt with me know that I use envelopes, 7 by 5 by 1. With the post office, it's 11.5 by 6 1/4 or 6.5 by 1/4 inch, which basically means anything that fits through this slot. Yes, that's a postal template right there. So if the envelope fits, it's supposed to fucking ship. Well, guess what? I had one card inside this envelope plus a bonus card. And I personally took this thing, slid it through. Oh, look at that, goes right through. Now I've already opened up the envelope and repacked this card for my customer because the post office decided to nickel and dime this particular order. How many dozens of cards have I sent out in the past few weeks prior to my father's death? I've had no returns until now with this card. I couldn't believe it. For what, 10 cents? 5 cents? What are they, fucking stupid? Get out, listen, wash your hands or even use some sanitizer. Clean the peanut butter and jelly or sandwich meat or pizza grease or whatever it is you fat fucking pigs in the post office use, and try to do your jobs. I hope that Trump privatizes the post office because it's getting sick. What I saw over at the post office, even the post office by me, when they try to nickel and dime people, they try to always upscale the shipping for people who are, not as well informed as I am how the post office works through eBay. It's absolutely pathetic that they cannot just do this with their big fat skin chin. It's too hard to lift an envelope. Oh, I can't do it. Send it back 90 cents more postage. I really hope Trump privatizes this thing. It's out of control. And I've complained here plenty on the channel about the post office and their nonsense, what they do. How hard is it to lift an envelope? Look at me. I can do it with one hand. I can actually do it with 2 fingers. If I was really balanced, I might be able to do it with 1 finger, just like that. What's their excuse? What's the excuse? You're so fucking fat you can't fit to the door. They got to spray the door buck with WD-40 and then kick your ass to push you through the door because you got stuck like a cork in a wine bottle? What's the problem here? 69 cents? And then you want to upscale the price of this? For something that was clearly 1/4 of an inch thick. So another nonsensical issue with the post office, unfortunately, is that this is going to happen from time to time, where depending on where the envelope goes and who the big fat lumbering blob of useless protoplasm who's sitting in a chair like this all day long, it's so hard to lift an envelope. It's so hard to put it through the slot. Oh my goodness, look. It's stuck to my hand. I got Taco Bell grease on my fingers. This is where we're at, folks. You've got to be kidding me. 69 cents wasn't enough. How many hundreds of cards have I sold through my eBay store? And this is the first time I got a return that came back to me. Yeah, it's only 69 cents, but still, the fact of the matter is my customer's probably been waiting for this card for a month, so I immediately messaged them saying that I apologize, I'm going to ship it out. In the same envelope with the same fucking postage. Talking about lazy pricks. I don't want to hear, well, if the envelope's not flexible, if it's stiff, if it's this size, blah, blah, blah. I have a scale right here to weigh these things, okay? And it's digital. It's not like the old ancient scales that they use at our post offices. I have a stick rule. That's what it's called. Not a ruler, a stick rule. So I know how to measure. I understand what these are on here. These are called numbers, right? I do happen to have an old school stick ruler right here. I understand what all these markings and numbers are. And plus, I understand how to read this template. Letter maximum thickness, 1/4 inch. It clearly says it right there. So obviously, I must know what I'm doing because I'm paying attention to this shit. What am I going to do with these people? The post office really, really sucks. Please, Orange Man, privatize these people. They have no collective bargaining agreement. They can't strike. I'm a union guy. I still carry my union card from New York. But at least we get to walk off the job when we're pissed. And we have, certain quirks about my union. But these people, it's just, give me a fucking break. I'm sorry to cuss and swear, but things like this, anything that even costs me a dime, gets me aggravated and irritated because it can make or break a business when things like this happen. I mean, this is ridiculous and stupid. Postage due! I don't understand what's wrong with these people. I mean, the post office, I don't know if they're smoking dope. I don't know, maybe they're addicted to fentanyl. Judging by what I see down here, some of them are addicted to Burger King. Dear USPS, stop eating! Stop eating! Is that what we're paying you for? Is this what we're paying you for, to stuff your fat, ugly faces? Give me a break. Anyway, rant over. The customer is going to get their card in a brand new envelope using the same goddamn postage. Let's see what happens this time. Thank you for your time. And yes, I will finally get around to reviewing this guy. Actually, this thing's pretty awesome. Yeah, there's a few little issues with it, but I'll get into it when the time comes. So forgive me for skipping ahead. But talk about annoying. This is as annoying as it gets. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. See you around.